So how many people join a gym and actually know what they're doing? An incredible 3%. That means 97% of people are clueless as to what they're doing when they join a gym, which really accounts for why 21 days into any membership, we see a 91% dropout, which is impressive because you would think that it would be a 97% dropout, but amazingly, 6% seem to stay. This is what happens when you join your typical gym, your big box gym. So what are the options? Well, the options is that you perhaps remain or hire a trainer, which is a great idea if you have a good trainer. So what does the industry average cost for a trainer? Well, literally the prices could easily range anywhere from say $50 to $200. But let's go with the lowest end. So you get a trainer for 50 bucks per session and you're gonna see that trainer 3 times a week. So that means you're shelling out $150 a week to have this trainer work with you, which probably looks like it's $600 a month, but the reality is it really works out to being $680 because there is an average of 4.3 weeks per month. So now when you look at what the average cost of a gym membership is, which is probably $50 to $60 per month, and then you get left to your own devices, or you shell out for a private trainer, which if you can do it, hey, good on you. But if you can't, the jump is substantial. Let's come down here and take a look at what we're looking at. When we talk about people deciding to get into shape, what do? Well, they'll probably do cardio, or they might do gymnastics, and I don't mean flipping, rather I mean gymnastic movements like body weight exercises, pull-ups, sit-ups, push-ups. Or they'll do weight training, big time favorite for boys. Or they might actually get into yoga, right? Or you know what, hey, I want to lose weight, I'm gonna get into nutrition. Here's what's interesting. When somebody decides to get into better shape, they tend to pick one of these 5 modules of exercise. And when we're talking about optimum fitness, there really are only 5 different modules. For cardio, for example, I decide, you know what, I want to get in better shape, so what am I going to do? I'm going to start jogging, or I'm going to start cycling, or swimming. I'm going to do something that's cardio related. The success rate when somebody follows a single module in fitness is a whopping 1% success. But that's not just from doing cardio. That's equally the same if you do body weight exercises. It's equally the same if you start lifting weights. Yeah, lifting weights, success rate, only 1%. It's insane. If you decide to do yoga, the success rate doesn't change one bit. Doing yoga to get fitter, not gonna help you any greater. Now here's what's interesting. If you decide to go on some crazy diet, the success rate actually jumps substantially higher than any of the other 4 modules to 9%. Now I don't really suck at math, but 9% is nothing to brag about. This is what we know will happen as people decide to become increasingly fitter. But what we do here at Siscoe Gym, and this is how training camp came to be, was we know that if we utilize scientific programming of all 5 modules, we can actually get a substantial jump in a success rate at 89%. And that's bloody phenomenal. So how do we do that? Well, this is typically what you'll notice happens in training camp. One day you might come in, for example, and you might do something that's cardio. And who knows what that cardio might be? It might be a 5K run, walk, crawl, however you want to do it. It could be jumping rope, it could be rowing, it could be a number of things. But let's say you start off with cardio. Well, when you come in the next day, guess what you're not doing? You're not going to be doing cardio. You're going to be doing gymnastics plus weight training. And then the next day, guess what? You're not going to be doing that either. You're going to be doing cardio, gymnastics, and weight training. And then we're going to recommend you do yoga. And then we're going to go through this series of programming where you'll notice that here where we have a singular module in fitness, when we come down here, it's going to change. And it's going to be, we're going to do just gymnastics. And then the day that follows, we're going to actually combine weight training with cardio. Then we're going to do gymnastics, weight training, cardio, and yoga. And then guess what? The singular module is going to change again, where we're going to focus one day solely on weight training. Then we're going to do cardio with gymnastics. Then we're going to do weight training, cardio, gymnastics. And again, we're going to go back to yoga. Now here's what we know. As far as being efficient, the optimum for people when they're training is that if you are over the age of 35, the ideal scenario would be 2 days on, 1 day off. If you're under the age of 35, we know that the optimum is 3 days on and 1 day off. What we decided to do was, even though this is attractive from having the attention, it is truly out of reach for so many people. So what we've decided to do was put together a training camp that compromises all of this scientific training into an extremely affordable package. Now, in order for you to understand and participate safely in boot camp, we insist that you take 12 sessions with a trainer. And we call those 12 sessions basic training. So in order to participate in boot camp, you have to take 12 sessions of basic training. And the beautiful thing about this, quite frankly, is we're not looking over here at $680, no sir. For all the 12 sessions, you're only looking at a cost of $180 for the 12 sessions. Basically what's going to happen is then once the 12 sessions are done, you don't get to go into boot camp yet. Through the 12 sessions, you actually have to pass 10 of the 12 sessions. And only then are you extended an invitation into boot camp, which we see massive success stories happen time and again. So from the introductory class today, we're going to focus on doing an exercise prescription to give you further flavor to what boot camp is really all about. But again, prior to getting to boot camp, we've got to focus here. Important thing for us is that you thoroughly get to enjoy boot camp. With the 12 sessions of basic training, you're going to get all the basics, the understanding, so that not only will you progress faster, but more importantly, you'll do it safely.